Now what I want to do is turn our attention to another big trial we're following for you. This one out of North Dakota. We've been bringing it to you live all week long. A chiropractor and veteran stands accused of murder. He's accused in a quadruple homicide case. This is him on the right there. His name is Isaak. Special Agent for the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, Troy Kelly, testified today on behalf of the state about some key evidence that was found on an RJR maintenance and management vehicle, which was allegedly taken by Isaak after the workplace massacre. Let's watch.
Judge, at this time, I'd offer State's Exhibits 213 through 276 into evidence.
Is it 213 or 216?
216.
Just a couple questions. So to be clear, 216 through 237 are on April 1st at Indigo Signs?
Correct.
And the balance, 238 through 276, are at Crime Bureau, correct?
Correct.
All right. And you're the photographer for all?
Yes, sir.
All right, no objection.
Exhibits 216 through 276 will be received.
Your Honor, permission to publish 213 through 276 to the jury at this time.
You mean 216?
They're the two that I had offered into evidence through the Mr. Don Eliason.
There's two that you're offering? You want to publish?
3 additional ones on top of this. So it'd be.
Can you restate that?
It would be State's Exhibits 213 through 276. I'd ask permission to publish at this time.
Okay, you want to publish all of them at this time?
I have, yes.
Well, they're all in evidence. I'm not sure how you're going to publish all of those at one time, but you have permission to publish.
Thank you, Judge. Special Agent Kelly, do you recognize this photo?
Yes, I do.
And was this the start of that first step that you testified to the jury of the start of processing a vehicle?
Correct. This would be one of the overall photographs of that white Dodge truck while it was parked at Indigo Signs.
So would this be fair to say that this is just a large-scale overview of the vehicle at this time?
Correct.
And is this that same vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And why was this photo taken?
It is just an overall photograph of that vehicle from a different angle.
And this is Exhibit 214, is that correct?
Correct.
And this is referencing Exhibit 215. Is this just an overall photo of the back side of the vehicle?
Correct, with documentation of the North Dakota license plate on the vehicle.
Referencing Exhibit 216, why did you take this photo?
This would be a mid-range photograph of observations of, I assume there'll be other photographs, but this is a mid-range photograph of observations that I saw on the front passenger side door.
And what significant observations had you made?
There are obvious voids in the dirt on the front driver's side door. In some of those voids, you can actually see a pattern in some of the prints that are there. Up more towards the chrome door handle, there's actually apparent blood staining on the door handle.
From a law enforcement's perspective and based on your training and experience, what do voids tend to tell you?
I guess in this instance, voids in that dirt appears to me to be that vehicle had been touched in that area relatively recently. If it would have been driven on another dirty road or through rain or mud, you would expect to see that there would be something over the top of those voids. In this instant, they looked relatively recent.
Can you stand up and point to the area that you're referencing on the screen of two, or the screen behind you on Exhibit 216?
Certainly. So these are the voids in the dirt that I was talking about. I believe there's other states exhibits that'll show it closer up, but there's also a void here that has a distinct pattern in that void in that dirt. You can see some of the blood staining in this picture up closer at the top of that door handle.
Is there a closer photo that you had taken representing that?
I had taken one. I do believe I did see it in the state's exhibits that were entered.
Referencing States Exhibit 217, is this and 218, are those the two photos showing the same void?
Correct.
And was there anything significant in States Exhibit 217?
Typically, when I take photographs of a crime scene, there's overall photographs, there's mid-range photographs, and then there's closer-up photographs to make sure that it's being documented the location of what I'm trying to show in those images.
When looking closer at these voids, did you notice anything significant?
Again, there was blood or apparent blood in some of those voids. In the form of those, you can kind of see the swipes in the voids that appear to be finger marks. And then also the fact that there's kind of a uniform pattern in the void below those finger marks.
And you had referenced a blood swipe, is that correct?
Correct.
Are there different types of blood stains to, I guess, from a blood stain analysis, is there different types of blood stains?
Yes, there is.
What are the different types of blood stains?
There's several of them. In this case, on the vehicle, I saw blood transfers, which is where something that has blood on it touches something, and then there's a transfer of the blood onto the initial pristine surface. Talking about swipes in this instance, it's where something that has blood on it is swiped across the surface and then blood is left. Usually there's some type of apparent motion with it.
And again, can you stand up and point it out to the jury on the screen behind you in Exhibit 218?
Certainly. So this specific area here is what I'm referring to as a swipe. You can see that there's blood going in a motion, either right to left or left to right.
States Exhibit 219. What is this a photo of?
This would be a closer-up photograph of the front driver's side door handle.
And what brought your attention to take a photo of the door handle?
There were blood transfers on the vehicle above the door handle, next to it, and I believe also on the other side of it, so in between the actual chrome and the handle and the door itself.
And was this on the passenger side or was this on the driver's side?
This would have been the front passenger side door.
And then you had taken, you said, a closer photo?
Correct.
Is States Exhibit 220 a closer photo of the same representation?
Correct. This is just documenting the apparent blood staining on the inside of that door handle.
And what kind of blood transfers did you say this was?
These ones appear that they have motion to it, so I would say it's a swipe.
In States Exhibit 221, what was significant in this photo?
Initially, when I saw the chrome door handle, it looked like there might be latent print, fingerprint, or palm print on the chrome. When I took this closer picture, I actually observed that there were kind of reddish-orange fibers in that door handle, in between the crack of the chrome and the plastic molding of the door handle, and then also further in this image to the right, they're considerably smaller.
Can you stand up and point those fibers out to the jury?
Certainly. So specifically, there's a kind of orange, you can see a curl here, fiber that initially caught my attention. On this screen, it's not a real good representation of it, but there are smaller orange fibers similar to the same color over it further in the chrome.
And is that the piece of evidence that you have obtained in the previous exhibit that we had introduced?
Most of it, yes.
And you say most of it. What ended up happening to the rest of it?
Initially, that larger fiber that's there, I attempted to collect with a pair of sterile tweezers. Unfortunately, whatever was holding it to the door handle, I had it bonded. As soon as I broke that bond with the tweezer, the wind blew it away. It was at that point that I decided to collect the rest of those fibers with lift tape.
In States Exhibit 222, what does this photo show?
This was intended to be a mid-range photograph of the driver's side door. My exposure was high on this one, so it actually washed out. There are apparent blood stains on that door as well.
And you had ended up taking additional photos, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Is States Exhibit 223 an additional photo, a closer range photo of the driver's side door handle?
It is.
And did you see anything significant on that door handle?
Yes, so towards the center of that picture, again, this one is overexposed, but it initially appeared that there might have been a latent print in blood in the chrome at the center of that door handle. Taking a closer photograph of it, I don't believe it was a fingerprint. The ridge detail was too uniform. It wasn't as with the ridges, loops, and whorls that you would expect to see in a fingerprint.
And what does that signify to you?
Something else had it on there, possibly at the time. I was thinking that it's maybe from a glove.
And you had spoke previously that there was an additional photo, even closer view. Is this the closer view photo of the driver's side door handle with that print that you just described to us?
Correct.
And that's just the North Dakota Bureau ruler that's next to it, is that correct?
Correct. That's a scale that we include in those close photographs. If we're looking at doing a comparison of a fingerprint, we need a scale as reference in there. So if they do have a print to compare it to, we can make sure that it's a one-to-one photograph.
Can you stand up, please, and show that area to the jury?
Certainly. Again, on this screen, some of this doesn't really show well, but it's in this area here that I was trying to document. And you can see that these are not perfectly straight lines, but they're, for the most part, spaced pretty evenly. And I would not expect to see that in an actual fingerprint.